This is why we tell you guys the game isn't about women. You understand? It's about you. Because when you're making it about women, that's when you become weak. Because that chick becomes your weakness. Right? Because if I can just go and have sex with your girl and you friggin' cry in the corner and fucking lose your mind and go crazy, you're weak.
What's this all about?
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, in this video right here, right, I want to tell you guys something very, very important. I want you guys to share this video with every guy you know, because what I'm about to say is extremely important, right? And what happens is when a lot of guys, you know, interact with women, you know, they get a girlfriend, they get a wife, they're just dating a girl, even just hooking up with a girl or whatever it is, right? A lot of guys get extremely attached to the women that they're dealing with, right? And what happens is that when a guy gets extremely attached and he's, you know, he starts to get a little bit needy, you know, his sense of well-being, his emotions is all caught up in the woman, right? What happens is that he starts to become weak, right? And the girl that he's with becomes his weakness. Right? So a lot of guys out here, you're dealing with women and these women are your weakness. Now, it's not the one's fault. It's your fault for getting extremely attached to the chick. Now, what does this mean? When I say extremely attached to the woman, that means that your sense of happiness, your sense of you feeling like, you know, good comes from dealing with that chick. You know, I'll prove it to you of how attached you are. Let's say, for example, you've been seeing some chick, right? It's not your girlfriend or whatever, not your wife, whatever, but it's some girl you've been, you know, seeing. Y'all been hanging out, y'all hooked up a few times, whatever, and you really like her, right? And let's say you send her a text and she didn't text you back for like a few hours or even a day or, you know, or whatever. Now you start feeling all this anxiety, you're all upset, you're kind of pissed off, you're worried about the situation. And then all of a sudden she just texts you and she's like, oh, hey, what's up? And now you're all happy, you're all excited and all this other stuff, right? I'm sure we've all been through that type of situation, right? You're all pissed off and as soon as you get the text, you're all excited again, right? You're too attached. You're weak. You understand? Because what happened is that your happiness was dependent upon if this girl texted you back or not, right? This is what I'm talking about when I say attached. So you can enjoy the time you have with a woman. You can enjoy, you know, interacting with this chick, having a good time with them, and be fully engaged and immersed in the moments and all that other stuff. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But what happens is that when you become attached, you become weak. Now, one of the main things that guys, you know, what happens to guys is because you're so attached, right? And that situation or that woman becomes your weakness, right? What happens is that now when anything occurs, you know, with that woman, right? You start to feel some type of way, right? And you can get thrown off balance. See, I'll use myself as an example. Like, you know, what's funny is that a lot of guys, they don't understand the concept of non-monogamy because I'm non-monogamous. I'm in an open relationship. You know, I have a wife, I have a girlfriend. A lot of guys are like, oh my God, Locario, I don't get that. How are you like okay with your girl having sex with another guy and all this other stuff, right? Now, see, this is a different level of awareness and this is a different level of game when it comes to that type of stuff. So I understand why guys don't get it, right? The problem though is that what you have to understand is that when it comes to, you know, you guys out there doing what you do, what's going to happen is that because you're so attached to sex, right, that becomes a weakness in your situation. You see what I'm saying? So for you guys out there who are so, you know, attached to the woman that you're with and especially attached to the sex, right? what happens is that because that's such a weakness for you, if a situation occurs where your girl cheats on you or some other guy messes with your chick, you're gonna lose your goddamn mind. You're gonna fall apart. So let's say, for example, you had beef with some dude or whatever, right? And you ain't like this guy. And you're like, oh, well, fuck that motherfucker. And you like, oh, when I see him, I'ma, do this and do that. So you see this guy and you try to sucker punch him or whatever, or fight him, right? Because you want to hurt him, right? Now, because you're so attached to your chick and because you're so attached to sex, you know how he can hurt you? He don't have to even put a finger on you. He'll just go fuck your girl. You understand what I'm saying? He will go fuck your girl and you will fall apart because your girl is your weakness. You see what I'm saying? You're so attached to this situation when it comes to you dealing with your woman that you lost who you are. You lost yourself in the situation. This is why we tell you guys the game isn't about women. You understand? It's about you. Because when you're making it about women, that's when you become weak, because that chick becomes your weakness. Right? Because if I can just go and have sex with your girl and you friggin' cry in the corner and fucking lose your mind and go crazy, you're weak. Right? It's not to say you're gonna be happy about it, right? You can be like, okay, this chick cheated, I'm gonna have to end it. Cool. But the problem is a lot of guys just can't do that. Because they're weak, they're gonna go crazy, go through a depression, act all ridiculous, probably do something crazy because they're so attached to this woman. And that has become his weakness. You see what I'm saying? See, I'm not, whatever a chick does, you understand what I'm saying? It's not going to it's not going to impact me because I do not attach my sense of self. I do not attach my happiness. I don't attach none of that shit to dealing with women, period. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of guys do. This is why a lot of guys want to get the baddest chicks, not just because, oh, I think she's attractive. You want the baddest chick because the baddest chick's going to make you feel like a man. That's why you want to get the baddest chick. Because you care about what everybody else thinks. Right? That's a weakness. A lot of guys end up acting different when they start getting a girlfriend, wife, or whatever, because they're scared to lose their girlfriend and wife. So then they start acting in certain ways in order to keep the relationship going, even though they may not necessarily be happy, or they might be frustrated in a situation or having issues with the girl. But because that chick is their weakness, because they feel they need her, because they're so attached, right? They'll do what they need to do to keep the chick. Because they're so attached, this is why the guy will fall apart if some other dude fucks their girl. You understand? Their girl, right? So what I'm trying to get across to you guys is you have to be careful about being attached to the women that you're dealing with, right? Now, again, you can love the girls you're dealing with, right? Like them, enjoy the time you have with them. I'm not saying don't do that. I'm not saying be sitting there with your girl and, be, like all on guard and miserable. No. Fully immerse yourself in the experiences you have with the women you have, right? Enjoy yourself. Have fun. But what I'm saying to you is that if you're so attached, that's the thing that's going to fuck you up. You understand? That's the thing that's going to fuck you up. So this is why I find it funny when dudes, they're like, oh, body counts and women and sex and all that other stuff. You guys are too attached. If your girl fucking some other dude just like ruins your whole fucking day and you go through a deep depression and all of that, you're too far gone. Right? If your girl wants to leave you for whatever reason, and you're gonna sit there and cry for weeks and be super depressed, you're too far gone. Again, I'm not saying you have to like it. What I'm saying is that when you're so attached to the situation, this is the type of outcome that happens. When you're attached to the idea of having the girl, when you're attached to the sex, when you're attached to what it means to have sex with this woman. This is why a lot of guys get so funny style when they think about, oh, their girl with other dudes that were before them. You know, they're like, oh, she had a high body count. The reason why they're so crazy about it is because a lot of guys attach sex to love and acceptance. And so if their chick even is attracted to another man or has been with other men or lots of other men before, you know, that guy, he feels some type of way because he feels like it's a threat to the love and validation that he's seeking so much when it comes to the woman. But that is the thing that causes him to get too attached. And that's the thing that causes him to be unhappy and to be fucked up in the game. All right. So guys, understand that the game is about you. Enjoy yourself with the women. Do not get all attached, because if you do, you fucking up. Now, before you go, click the link below and go to badboymembership.com. Now, badboymembership.com is a place where you go to get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Listen, I know you're tired of being rejected. Go to badboymembership.com. I know you're tired of being afraid to approach women. Go to badboymembership.com. I know you're tired of not getting the women that you want. Go to badboymembership.com. Listen, I know you're tired of being alone on a Friday night. Go to badboymembership.com. Now picture this. You'll go from not getting what you want when it comes to you dealing with women to actually getting what you want, to being the guy women want to be with, women want to date, women want to have sex with. All you need to do is go to badboymembership.com, follow the steps, learn the game, implement the game, and then you will get the woman you want. Make sure you go to badboymembership.com today. Click the link below. Click the link below or go straight to mrlocario.com to get the documentary Game Kings, The Definition of Game.